Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here with your weekly replay video, live reaction replay video, might I add at that. So if you're new to these videos, what this is, well, I am sitting down with you guys watching this match for the very first time. I don't really know what happens in the match, so you guys get my genuine live reaction to whatever it is that goes on. That makes for a pretty entertaining video in my opinion. Now, the subject of today's replay is the Napoli, being driven by one Hagel Staldman, or Hagel Staldman, however you say this man's name. This man is an excellent cruiser player, and he's in one of the best cruisers in game. Now, normally we've seen him in, ships like the, more lighter cruisers, shall we say. He's been featured on the channel a couple of times, and Hagel does have his own channel, which you should very much check out. It's the same as his in-game username. But the Napoli, man, the Napoli, as I'm sure most of you guys know, she is an absolute joy to play. The Italian heavy cruiser with SAP secondaries, with some really absurd SAP secondaries too. Here's, speaking of Italianness, here's the Yorktown flying into his meager 4.6 kilometer AA range. Gets a rocket on the deck for 1700 damage to Hagel's. Yeah, okay, so there's an Utrecht in this game, too. Yeah, speaking of good cruisers, one of the best current cruisers in the game. Utrecht's pretty wild. Oof. Gets a couple bombs through his deck for about 4,500 damage just then. But yeah, the Napoli, as I'm sure most of you guys know, great secondaries. You get the Italian exhaust smoke as well on top of that. So, you get into secondary range, make sure whatever it is that you're secondarying stays spotted, usually with your fighter consumable, as you see here, and you just let the secondaries absolutely tear into them. But the Napoli does also have some really nice main battery guns. He gets a shot out on the broadside Neptune here. Dispersion's a little whiffy, but dang, I was hoping since it's a Neptune, it just kind of explodes when it gets shot. Speaking of other Italian things too, those 13.5 kilometer secondaries. I wish I had 13.5 kilometer secondaries. That'd be a little nuts. But 13.5 kilometer torps. He dumped a set of them in the general direction of the enemy team. And there's the Utrecht just waiting for him to bump into the island to sick his planes on him yet again. Quite a few of those planes got shot down, with Hagel grabbing one for himself, but unfortunately some bombs still get through. Gets another 2200 damage off on his ship. That is a Forrest Sherman. That's a very recognizable sap arc there coming from the Forrest Sherman. I will laugh very hard if those torps hit the Forrest Sherman. That tends to be what Forrest Sherman players do. They send their smoke, they hold down left mouse, and they don't really think about too much else. Oh, come on. Come on, clap the Neptune. It looks like he bet on the Neptune throwing into reverse, but the Neptune does not go in reverse. Instead, floors it out of there, so he gets a couple of pins there and some overpins. It looks like he might get a torpedo hit on the Zeton here. Another salvo out on the Neptune. The Napoli's guns, what are they? Yeah, 254s. Pretty sizable guns. And some more pins on the Neptune, but unfortunately no torps on the Zeton. Alright. RNG just does not like him this round. He's still very much on this Neptune, because it's living rent-free in his head. I mean, he's a Neptune, so once you get your shells to bite, they will absolutely devastate, the Neptune. We have a Santander here that's playing a Santander very much like a Worcester. Santander is really best played in the open water. Oh, this looks pretty good. There we go. Nice. Angled enough, increasing that effective armor thickness to be just enough to arm the shells for the Citadel. But yeah, the Santander. Santander is really best played in the other Pan American cruiser. Best played in the open, using your good maneuverability and cockroach shield to great effect. But this Santander tried to play it more like a Worcester and did not work out well for him. Alright, HE out on the Zeton. Unfortunately, no fires there. Game is fairly even. Both sides still only have one cap to their name. There's some Zeton shells stinging him there a little bit. Oh, there goes the kid. Well, there's some HE from someone from the other side of the map. Who could that be from? Perhaps the Conqueror. Alright, popping his exhaust smoke here so he can reposition without being harassed by the enemy team. Also using this opportunity to pop a heal because he's got that fire running right now too. Here comes the Yorktown yet again. Yorktown very much wants him dead. Looks like he... I don't know what he was aiming at, but it wasn't where the puff was coming from. So, rip to that torpedo salvo. So your torpedo salvos, he gets another salvo out on the enemy team. Got some HE on the Forrest Sherman. That looks pretty good. And it was. Nice. 7K to the Forrest Sherman. Oh, the Jaeger has been spotted just within his secondary range. The Jaeger has ran into a Cossack. I suspect there won't be a Jaeger here for much longer between Hagel's secondaries and the Cossack's main battery guns. I swear if this Cossack eats a whole rack of Jaeger torps. Alright, looks like that is not happening. Jaeger's being beat up pretty good. Surprised the Jaeger's going in there. You would think he'd run away, but I guess he just wants to smoke, and he gets smoked for his troubles there. Oh, Hagel does not get the kill, though. The Cossack yoinks the kill at the last second. Alright, let's see. You still have a Zeton, a Forrest Sherman, and a Cossack B over here for the enemy side. Hagel's Stiff-Made the Thunderer has gone down the middle, straight to the Thunderdome, and he's currently bullying the Utrecht, it looks like, or getting bullied by the Utrecht. Very even game so far, though. I mean, the enemy side's only down 3 ships, friendly side's only down 2 ships. Typically, by this point, especially by, we're approaching the 7-minute mark here, half the team's normally dead. Looks like currently both teams have a little bit better of an idea of what to do than the teams I've been getting this week in game, for sure. Alright, HE out on the Zeton. So there's the Forrest Sherman yet again. Who's he harassing now? I think the Key. Oh, actually gets a fire on the Zeton there. Very nice. I'm sure the Zeton will probably pop his damage con right away. Oh, no, he holds it. He's either out of damage con right now or... Oh, yep. That's ironic. The Conqueror taking out the Thunderer. The OG taking out the Imposter. Alright, 2 fires on the Zeton. Yeah, he did pop damage con. That is a more well-educated man than most German battlecruiser players. I guess the Zeton right in his secondary range. Now, the good thing about this is that the Zeton's armor is very thin, and, of course, sap is sap. So he should be able to chew through the Zeton here pretty well. See if he can bait him into his torps here. Torp tube gets knocked out. There's another fire on the Zeton. Dude's getting more fires in his Napoli than I get in my Harugamo. It looks like you might nag him here with one. There's the Forrest Sherman. Nah, looks like Zeton does have Hydro up. He might turn into one. Oh, no. He dodges. Oh, the Zeton's got the DeLorean permacamo on him. Oh, Key's very low. Would I be surprised if Zeton takes him out here? Zeton's doing a pretty good job of trying to take out that Key, focusing his fire on the ship that's low. Will he do it, though? Doesn't look like he'll be around long enough to do so. Key is very low. Oh, Key, why would you fire? Unless he's in your detection range, then it doesn't really matter. But I think that's a dead Key. They're going to trade him here with the Zeton. Up 61. Oh, no, he popped his heel. Does he live? Oh, the legend lives, boys and girls. Zeton ekes out of there with his heel running. Very nice. But unfortunately, the Forrest Sherman is back on him yet again. And Key's dumping torps at him. Okay. Well, I mean, the Key's got some long-range torps, but... Alright. Key may still go down here if this Sherman isn't dealt with. Looks like Hagel's on the case. Let's see if he nagged him earlier for a nice 7K. Key actually loaded HE, which is super rare. There goes the Key. Can we get the Sherman in? Ooh. There goes the Bilal, the Key, and the Cossack. Can we get the Sherman as a trade? Sherman's coming in! What in the world? Is he just super mega cocky? Oh, is he going? Okay. Oh, man. If he runs to these Keys torps, this may make this replay worth it. No, he's smoking up. He's going to slow down now. There we go. Now suddenly we lose half of the friendly side. Blau takes out the Yami. That might be a dead Sherman. Fortunately, it's not. Let's see if the Keys torps do anything. Oh, there's the Utrecht. No. Dang. That's sad. A little bit of blind fire there. Trying to see where he's at by his AA. And... unfortunately no bites. Alright, we are down to 5 ships on the friendly side. Oh, there we go. And now 6 ships on the enemy side. Oh, there we go. Never mind. 4 ships on the friendly side and 6 ships on the enemy side. There's his fighter doing the Lord's work. Okay. Pops his smoke because he's being targeted by, well, a few... No, I think it's just... No, looks like it's just the Kazakh and the Utrecht. Okay, but he doesn't want that smoke from the Utrecht, so he smokes up. And let's see. There's the Utrecht. So who's in smoke? Is that the Kazakh in smoke? I guess so. Hello, Mr. Utrecht. How's it going? Looks like the Utrecht... That's crazy. The Utrecht's airstriking the frickin' carrier. Oh, boy. Oh, the Utrecht just got high caliber. Yep, there you know what. Oh, ironic there. Alright, we are now 3 versus 6. The enemy side is now outnumbered. No, wait, they got 7, right? I can't count. Yeah, 7. 7 ships left alive on the red side. 3v7. Good salvo there on the Utrecht. Yes, good salvo indeed. Gets a citadel there. Utrecht's now within secondary range, so now he can just keep the pressure on him. His buddy the Regalo is joining in on bullying the Utrecht. That's good. Looks like the Utrecht is focusing on his Regalo. That looks like a good salvo. Ah, overpins. Dang. Alright, but he did get some good alpha damage there. There's AA defense expert, and of all things, the Napoli. What is this Utrecht doing? Yeah, he's going for his buddy, and the Regalo knows he can take him out fairly fast. Good pins there on the Utrecht. Torps from the Regalo. There we go. Nicely done. Buddy and the Regalo finishes him off. And there's Mr. Sherman popping up 10 kilometers away. He has HE in the tubes. Lets the main battery guns rip. No problem. Secondary guns get them, though. Alright. Unfortunately, despite that nice little tear there, they're still down 3-5. With the A-cap being flipped for the Reds right now. And the red team is currently over 220 points in the lead. Trying to arc some... Oh, beautiful. Beautiful salvo there. Get some good hits there on that Kazakh. There's the beginning of the submarine harassment. I'm sure that's going to last the rest of the match. Thankfully, the Napoli is fast and very maneuverable, so it shouldn't have too many problems dealing with the submarine, especially when the sub is trying to come up from behind the Napoli. What sub is he dealing with? Ah, the Balau. Okay. He should be alright. He's out of smokes, though. He has 1 heal left, and his buddy's down to 6,000 HP, and Regalo, of course, does not have a heal. Alright, trying to find out where that Kazakh ran off to. Here comes the planes. There's the torps. He's maneuvering now to avoid the torps, but unfortunately, the CV's being a little cute, and he's timing it well with... Whoa, okay, ran out. Perfect. We're going to eat 2 torps here from the CV, not the worst though ever. Buddy and the Regalo takes out the Kazakh. Okay. God, here comes the Yorktown yet again. How many? He's up to 30. He's up to 40 planes shot down so far. Oh my god, the enemy team still has a Conqueror alive. That's gonna be a pain. Because I'm sure that Conqueror's got a hill or 2 left. And as we all know, 1 hill on the Conqueror is more than enough to reprint 2/3 of the ship's HP. So, this is about to be very sketchy. And the only other ship left alive is a Jaeger. We have a about half health Napoli, very low health Regalo. Don't really know what the Jaeger's sitting at just yet. I think he was a little bit above half there when Hago flipped the screen around. But there is a CV over here that I'm sure Hago wants to have a nice, calm conversation with. Because the dude has been harassing him this entire match. Yep, here he comes. Yet again. Alright, dropping the SW, trying to figure out... Yep, carrier's definitely behind that island. Alright, this should be some nice... Ooh! Dang, 8k and a fire. There we go. Beautiful. AP in the tubes. Yorktown has been found. No citadels, but good hits there. 13k. I think there was about 15k all in all. Now the secondaries are unleashed. Looks like he's running out of planes. That Torp Squadron only had 1 plane in it. More AP out in the Yorktown. Still no citadels, but another good set of pins. 5,000 damage. Ooh, nice. Look at that. Look at that sap damage coming in, boys. That's great. Those 155s really putting in the work, too. Man, those guns are so good. Buddy and the Regalo's getting in on the action with his sap main battery. Yep, this will be a sunk Yorktown. Then it'll be a 3v3. There we go. Buddy and the Regalo picks him up. Bay Danny. Alright, we are down to the Jaeger and the Regalo, and Hago here in his Napoli, but with, unfortunately, no heals remaining. God, look at that Conqueror, 66k, almost at full health. Again, I'm sure he's got a heal up his sleeve. So even with picking up the carrier, they're still about 70-ish points behind. So they gotta at least, what? They gotta at least get the Amagi. And that's if they don't lose anybody else. Like, they don't lose the Jaeger. If Bay Danny doesn't go down, I believe they need at least the Amagi. If not, the Bilal, too. So what's this Conqueror gonna do? If I was the Conqueror, I definitely would have stuck with the Amagi just because, you know, apes together strong. But let's see. This Amagi, I think, is going to perish. Yeah, Danny is smoking up to get this Amagi. And the Conqueror is coming around the corner. And depending upon how good that Conqueror is at blind firing, this might be a unfortunate situation for Danny here. Alright, Torps out on the Amagi. Okay, they should get the Amagi here, and this might be enough to flip the points. Amagi blind fires a smoke. Misses Danny. Alright, secondary's on the Amagi. HE out. Oh yeah, this is a dead Amagi. Will it flip the points? Okay, now they're winning at the moment. For now. There is the Division Kraken along with coordinated attack. But there's still a Conqueror, and there's still a Bilal to deal with. Oh, here comes the Conqueror. So you can get some torp hits on him. No? I don't know. Those look pretty good. And nothing. Dang. Alright, Conqueror 4 kilometers away though. Torps are ready. And Torps are out. AP's in the tubes. Hello, Mr. Conqueror. Oh, he is looking over here. That's not good. Nice! Quad sits on the Conqueror. Bounces the Conqueror's return salvo. Conqueror is not healing. He's out of heals. Uh-oh. That's unfortunate for you, Mr. Conqueror. Let's see. Those Torps look pretty good. He's going to get at least 2 on them. Okay. Maybe he's going to get just 1. Yeah, maybe he's turning out. It's going to nick him with 1 here on the stern. There we go. Very nice. Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo. Conqueror finds the Ghibli bits, rips him down to 4,000 HP remaining. Oh, and there's the sub coming out of nowhere. Oh no, non-pins followed up by a double citadel in darn near the exact same location. Oh, now the Conqueror is healing. This is bad, but the Torps get in there just in case. Speaking of Torps, there's the Bilal's Torps. Oh my god. Talk about last second there for that Conqueror heal. I guess he was having to wait for it to come off a cooldown there, but that was almost very, very bad. 3,000 HP remaining, and unfortunately they didn't cap the C cap. They did contest it for a bit, but the submarine's still around, and I'm assuming the submarine's probably going for the D cap. Gets pinged, but he immediately clears it off of the Napoli. Blind firing where he thinks the submarine is about. There you go, the submarine's in D. I don't know if he's going to have time to flip it here. And I definitely don't think he has enough time to catch up on points. Well, but the bad thing is, while he's contesting that cap, the enemy team is in fact catching up on points. However, Hago is going to go here into the B cap and nullify any effect that that has. So this should at least, yeah, this should stop the points game. They're pretty close. And with Danny going to the C cap, that should cement it as a win for the Greens. Here comes a Jaeger out from playing with all those ships out on the western flank. Nice. Still fishing for that sub, though. Let's see if we can get a depth charge or 2 on the sub. And dang, no. You know, sub's on the surface, obviously, because he's capping the cap, so I'm assuming he's skadoodling all over the place. So right now, though, the green team is just, padding their lead, just in case whatever happens. Because you never know what happens in these games until it's over with. We've all seen pretty crazy things happen. So anytime you can, definitely, secure your win a little bit, make it a little bit more comfortable with that win. You definitely want to do that. There's a solo cap ribbon to add on to darn near every other ribbon he's got in the game at this point. Another round of depth charges out, trying to find the sub. Up. He's somewhere up. There he is, boys and girls. Bilal out of nowhere. HE out. Alright, got some incapacitations. Got his torp tubes. 3 seconds till he has his depth charges back up. This has been a lot sketchier when shotgunning was still a thing. Depth charges out, but there's only 3 seconds left on the clock. Eats the ping. Ooh. Is he going to dodge it here? Oh, just dodges it. That could have been so much worse. Oh, man. Talk about a Napoli game there. General offensive. AA defense expert and a Napoli. A Confederate strike team. Shoulder to shoulder. Close quarters expert. Dreadnought. Division Kraken. And high caliber. Really, he really should have got like 5 or 6 kills here. A couple of times those kills just yoinked out from under him. 3,900 base XP game with 51 planes shot down. All in all. Shoot, man. Talk about an excellent showcase for the Napoli, though. Also, of course, Hago's skills as well. But yeah, great game, Hago. Thanks for sending it in. Again, God, I love the Napoli. Such a dumb round. 3,000 HP, and the Conqueror's zombie healing as they're trying desperately to murder him. That was sketchy there. That could have gone either way. But if you have a replay like this, please feel free to send it into the email linked in the description down below. We'd love to see it here on the channel. So thank you, Hago, for sending it in. Hope you guys have a wonderful Saturday and wonderful rest of your weekend. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.